Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive deep into Dan Kaminsky's Black Ops of TCP/IP talk from DEF CON 19 in 2011. This presentation highlighted several critical vulnerabilities and security concerns related to the fundamental protocols that underpin the Internet, primarily TCP/IP. While a full reproduction of every exploit discussed would be a massive undertaking and potentially irresponsible, some vulnerabilities may still be relevant. We'll cover the key concepts, provide code examples where appropriate to illustrate the principles, and emphasize responsible disclosure and ethical hacking practices. Disclaimer: this information is provided for educational purposes only. Exploiting vulnerabilities without permission is illegal and unethical. Always obtain explicit consent before testing any security measures on systems you do not own or administer. Overview of the talk and Kaminsky's themes. Dan Kaminsky's talks were always known for their energy, his ability to boil down complex technical issues into understandable narratives, and his deep understanding of Internet infrastructure. The overarching themes of the DEF CON 19 talk, building on his previous work, were trust and assumptions in networking. Many vulnerabilities arise because protocols and systems implicitly trust information from other systems. Kaminsky's attacks frequently exploited these trust relationships. Complexity as a security enemy. The more complex a system, the more opportunities for subtle bugs and unexpected interactions to create vulnerabilities. TCP/IP is notoriously complex, having grown organically over decades. Defense in depth is crucial. A single point of failure can compromise an entire system. Multiple layers of security are necessary to mitigate risks. The importance of understanding protocol behavior. Security professionals must have a deep understanding of how protocols actually behave in practice, not just how they are supposed to behave. 2. Key vulnerabilities and techniques discussed. Kaminsky's DEF CON 19 talk likely touched upon several areas. Let's explore some of the most relevant and impactful concepts often associated with his work. 1. DNS cache poisoning. Possibly revisited/refined from his previous work. Concept. DNS, domain name system, translates human-readable domain names, like example.com, into IP addresses. DNS servers cache these translations to speed up future lookups. DNS cache poisoning involves injecting false information into a DNS server's cache, so it starts resolving legitimate domain names to malicious IP addresses. Attack. An attacker sends a DNS query to a DNS server, then floods the server with spoofed DNS responses claiming that example.com resolves to the attacker's IP address. By crafting responses with the correct transaction ID, TXID, the attacker can trick the server into accepting the poisoned record. Mitigation. Randomized source ports and transaction IDs. Using sufficiently large and random source ports, on the querying side, and transaction IDs, TXIDs, makes it much harder for attackers to guess the correct values to inject malicious responses. DNSSEC, DNS security extensions. DNSSEC provides cryptographic authentication of DNS data, preventing attackers from tampering with DNS records. DNSSEC implementations use digital signatures to ensure the integrity of DNS information. Simplified Python example, illustrative, not for real attacks. Important notes. Modern DNS servers implement significant defenses against cache poisoning, including randomized source ports, transaction IDs, and DNSSEC. The simplified example above is purely illustrative and will not work against properly configured DNS servers. Attacking DNS servers without permission is illegal. Use this code for learning purposes only on systems you own or have explicit permission to test. 2. TCP sequence number prediction, and related TCP vulnerabilities. Concept TCP uses sequence numbers to ensure reliable delivery of data. An attacker who can predict the next TCP sequence number can inject malicious data into a TCP connection or hijack the connection entirely. Attack sequence number sniffing / prediction Historically, some operating systems used predictable algorithms to generate TCP sequence numbers. Attackers could sniff a few packets to observe the sequence number pattern and predict future values. TCP reset attacks by spoofing a TCP packet with the correct sequence number and the RST reset flag. An attacker can terminate an existing TCP connection. TCP hijacking The attacker listens to the TCP communication and sends a spoofed packet to the client, including the acknowledgement number and the data they wish to inject. The receiver accepts the data, as it thinks the packet is a legitimate segment of the connection. Mitigation randomized sequence number generation Modern operating systems use strong pseudo-random number generators to initialize TCP sequence numbers, making them extremely difficult to predict. Encryption, example TLS/SSL encrypting TCP connections with TLS/SSL prevents attackers from sniffing sequence numbers or injecting malicious data. IPsec, Internet Protocol Security IPsec provides end-to-end security for IP packets. Simplified Python example, illustrative, requires root/admin privileges. Important notes Predictable TCP sequence numbers are largely a thing of the past. Modern OSes use strong random number generators. Network sniffing and packet injection require root/administrator privileges. Performing TCP reset attacks without authorization is illegal. 3 other potential topics from Kaminsky's talk, general areas. HTTP request smuggling / splitting manipulating HTTP requests to bypass security controls or inject malicious content. SSL/TLS vulnerabilities exploiting flaws in SSL/TLS implementations to decrypt traffic or forge certificates. This was a hot topic around that time. IPv6 security issues addressing vulnerabilities specific to IPv6, such as routing header manipulation. Denial of service, DOS, attacks amplification attacks, SYN floods, etc. 3. Responsible disclosure and ethical hacking. Never exploit without permission. The most important principle is to never exploit vulnerabilities without explicit, written permission from the owner of the system. Responsible disclosure process. When you discover a vulnerability, follow a responsible disclosure process. This typically involves 1. Contacting the vendor or maintainer of the affected software or system. 2. Providing them with detailed information about the vulnerability, including steps to reproduce it. 3. Giving them a reasonable amount of time to develop and release a patch. 4. Publicly disclosing the vulnerability only after a patch is available or after a reasonable deadline has passed. Bug bounty programs. Many organizations offer bug bounty programs, which reward researchers for reporting vulnerabilities. 4. Key takeaways and lasting impact. Dan Kaminsky's work had a profound impact on Internet security. His talks raised awareness of critical vulnerabilities in fundamental protocols and spurred the development of better security practices. Some crucial takeaways include Asterisk security is an ongoing process. Asterisk there is no silver bullet. Security requires constant vigilance, monitoring, and adaptation. Asterisk understanding the underlying protocols is essential. Asterisk security professionals must have a deep understanding of how protocols work to identify and mitigate vulnerabilities. Asterisk defense in depth is crucial. Asterisk relying on a single security measure is insufficient. Multiple layers of security are needed to protect systems effectively. Asterisk the Internet is a shared responsibility. Asterisk everyone involved in building and maintaining the Internet has a responsibility to contribute to its security. Where to learn more? Asterisk search for recordings of Dan Kaminsky's talks. Asterisk YouTube, DEF CON archives, and other sources may have recordings of his presentations. Asterisk read about DNSEC, TLS, and other security protocols. Asterisk the IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force, publishes RFCs, request for comments, that define these protocols. Asterisk study network security fundamentals. Asterisk numerous books and online courses cover network security principles. Asterisk use virtual machines for testing. Asterisk set up a lab environment with virtual machines to safely experiment with security tools and techniques. In conclusion, asterisk Dan Kaminsky's DEF CON talks were always a highlight, and his work on TCP/IP security was pivotal. This tutorial has provided an overview of some of the key concepts he discussed, along with code examples to illustrate the principles. Remember to use this information responsibly and ethically, and always obtain permission before testing security measures on systems you do not own. By understanding the vulnerabilities that have plagued the Internet in the past, we can build more secure systems for the future.